Hi Kyle, hi Robin, hi everybody else. I have been actually back from Gen Con for a while now. I just wanted to talk to you about Gen Con and what I did and that kind of stuff because I really don't have anything else to talk about. Well, I'm sure I have plenty, but I spent actually 3 days at Disney after I got back from Gen Con, which is not something I recommend doing really ever. Certainly not after spending 4 days, 5 days at Indianapolis. But yeah, so let's talk about what I did in Indy. Well, first of all, I hosted Battle of the Board Game Network. That was like a board game as competitive sport. Had a bunch of reviewer people compete in games, and we played 3 different games and gave away a whole bunch of other games, and it was really fun. The first game that we played was But Wait, There's More by Sen Foon Lim and Jay Cormier. They did Belfort and some other ones, but Belfort is probably their biggest one. But this game is super fun, and oh my god, it was so funny. They had to sell a suitcase. Let me back up. The way we played the game is that everybody has a common product that they're trying to sell. In our case, it was a suitcase. Bet you couldn't have guessed that. And then there are feature cards that have something ridiculous, like comes from Mars, only works on Tuesdays. So as the time goes and they're pitching their product, you flip over this feature card, and then you have to add that to what you're pitching. And what they had to sell, again, was the suitcase. And so some of the features were so funny. Like, it won't open, burns off your hair. Like, it was so funny. Then we played, well, actually, the plan was to play A Fake Artist Goes to New York. But the designer of Rhino Hero, both small and large, was in the audience, so that was pretty cool. And he had to go kind of in the middle of it, so he asked if we could skip and do that one. So that's what I did. So we did that, and we played that, and we included people from the audience, and that was fun. So we did one quick round of that, and then we played A Fake Artist Goes to New York. In A Fake Artist Goes to New York, everybody knows what is being drawn, except for one person. It's a deduction game that is drawing, and I think that's cool, because if you remember anything about anything I ever say, I love deduction games and drawing, so, you know, it's like the best of both worlds. Everybody knows what is being drawn, except for one person who is the fake artist. And then you go around twice, and each person adds a line of the photo or picture or whatever to the drawing. So I don't know if I should tell you what we do or not, but yeah, because, yeah, I'll tell you. We drew a sunset, and that was fun. And then we drew a unicorn, and that got out of hand. But yeah, so anyway, you can watch that when I get the footage up and ready for you guys to enjoy. We actually did that after the short Giant Rhino Hero, and then we did a few Giant Rhino Heroes where we cycled people through, and that seemed really fun. And then we had time after giving away more of the games to do another game. That's where Unicorn came in, because I thought we needed to up our game as a closer. No pun intended. That's what we played at Battle of the Board Game Networks. A big thank you to everybody who participated, obviously. Well, a mediocre thank you to those people. A big thank you to all of the companies that donated: Plaid Hat, Stronghold, Luda Creations, Arcane Wonders. Oh, Keith, you donated some Tides of Time from Portal, so that was very nice of you as well. Board Game Geek, Aldi gave me a bunch of stuff to give away, a bunch of little Japanese games, which was great to be able to give those away. And then even bigger thank you to everybody who decided to sit through our shenanigans, because that really fell nothing short of that. But that was Battle of the Board Game Networks, and that was fun and silly and chaos like most everything that I do. I haven't actually posted a Gen Con haul photo. I'm gonna go through the stuff that I got, because I feel like, why not? So I got this Heroes Wanted game, which is by Action Phase Game. It actually looks really pretty on the table. The components look really nice, and there's like a bajillion, what's the word I'm looking for, expansions. Yep, that's the one. Out there already, because you make like these heroes with ridiculous abilities. You can mix and match them, and then there's like boards, and you can do stuff. So I got that one. I got Specter Ops, which I actually didn't have before, which is very hard to believe, but I got Specter Ops, which is a hidden movement game, and I love those types of games. And I saw this when I was at Total Con. Emerson had it, and it's just, the board's so pretty. I'm super excited to play this with my son, because why not teach him how to sneak around, as long as we're teaching him how to bluff and lie and stuff, right, Robin? It's called Adventure Maximus, and it is a role-playing game for kids. It's actually really cool. I got the expansion pack, so the stuff that comes in this box is an adventure book, some cards for like your character creation, because you create your characters and cards. I'm gonna go over that in a second. Your items, a place to build your map, which is actually super neato how that works, because the maps look like Tolkien maps, and you flip them, and some character sheet cards, which I got the expansion thing, which I'm glad also, because it comes with dice in this game, but they have stickers, and we don't sticker dice here. It's not what we do. It comes with a cool DM screen that has, you know, all this information. Over here, there's, like, common names for people, so you can help people create their names like that. But honestly, what sold me on this game was the character sheet. There are, gotta do it backwards now. So there are race cards. Yeah. Race cards and class cards, and you're given them at the beginning, and you pick, like, one of the three, or however many days you're given. And then there's some, like, action card stuff down here. You can name your character, you roll the... So since I had to go back in the box anyway, these were the original dice, and you're given stickers to put on them, and that's boring. These are the fancy dice. So I think those, like, that was worth it to me right there. Like, of course I will upgrade to those since the box is open now. Like, there's an example of a map card, and you flip those over to reveal them. What I loved about the idea of this, and I feel like it could be used with kids, just like as your children, or from like a teaching perspective, I think it'd be really neat. From a, I would play role-playing games with my kids thing, you get to draw your character, and I love that. And I feel like, since I was given this handy portfolio folder as part of the, like, get all the extra stuff thing, that I would just be like, oh, let's save all of my children's things in here to be able to go back and look at them. I think that would be neat. Or, you know, all of my adult friends who feeling spunky and want to draw some stuff too, that's cool. I can keep their stuff too. I care. And I was actually really excited to discover that. I want to stop for a second and say that this Gen Con, like, I had zero idea what was coming out. Last year, I was all Panamax, which, as you all know, I kind of have a thing for. But this year is kind of like, well, let's see what there is. So when I was walking around through the aisles and found that was cool. My first actual purchase of the con, no surprise here. Actually, this was not my first purchase. I'm a liar. My first purchase of the con was Monster Laundry by Hava. But of course, my first purchase at a convention is going to be a Hava game. Because, you know, Hava. It's a silly little game where a string goes around all the players, and you can actually do it sitting down. That's how I saw the demo done, which I feel like might be safer, especially if you have kids. You're trying to hang your laundry up on either side of you, and you're sorting them if you're the first person to do it. It's like a speed and dexterity thing, like a lot of Hava, but it was just super cute. And look, it's like a washing machine. I've never loved a washing machine so much. Animal upon animal crest climbers, because it's mountain stuff, like goats and whatever, and trees, and there's a St. Bernard, which is neato, but it's just different, because I have the balancing bridge one, and then I have like the pocket travel one, but I got this one because I thought it was cool, because it's the mountain one. And I like the mountains. I'll save that for last. I got Codenames, which is actually in the cart, because I'm going to send that to Zen, because he's being awesome and getting me some cool Japanese games that I discovered while I was there, but they don't have here, obviously, because they're Japanese games, so they're there, and he's going to get them for me, so I'm going to send him Codenames. But I did buy Codenames, if you're interested, and it's a super fun party game. It's a great, like, activity, a filler, like, in between, or if you're waiting for somebody. Also at Czech Games, which I didn't know they were going to have, is 5 Cucumbers. So this is a silly little, like, trick-taking game. And I was made fun of for buying the American version, which I know, it's me. So ironic. I actually purchased the German version. It's coming from the UK currently. But 5 Cucumbers, it's fun. It has these silly little cucumber pieces that you have to take or put in, and yeah, so it's a fun game. I got Coffee Rush, Caffeine Rush. I guess I should get the name of the game right. Actually knew about in November. I was talking to one of the R&R guys, and he was like, oh my gosh, you'll not believe this game. We're going to have this battling baristas game where you're making drinks, and Daryl was nice enough to give me a copy of this. So I am going to make sure I play this. I was given this. Some stupid game by Chris Darden. I'm sure it sucks like his other stuff. I got, officially, last year I didn't get it. I don't know why I didn't get it. And then I missed the Kickstarter. Oh, I couldn't find the booth last year, because last year was just like, I was demoing for AEG, and then I just didn't have a lot of time in the hall to walk around and find these people. But I got Iron and Ale, which is a drinking dwarven-inspired game. So mainly I got it because you get to punch people or dwarf kiss them, and I obviously am a fan of that kind of thing. So it's like a reason to legitimately be like, to my friends, and also drinking. So So this game was unexpected. Donald from the Board with Life guys actually had it. I think it was Donald. It might have been Chris, but I think it was Donald. Got this from Cool Mini or Not, and it's the Grizzled, which is an odd choice for Cool Mini or Not because, as this box might suggest, there's no minis in here. It's all cards. Well, it's a cooperative game about World War I. It's kind of depressing. There's like this whole thing in the beginning about it is a sensitive subject, and there are ways to handle sensitive subjects that are respectful and make you think, and I 100% agree that this game does that. And there are ways to be trashy about it. We will not mention names here. And it kind of has like a push your luck element because you have to flip over the cards, and they have different threats on the top of them. So these things up top are threats, but also the background, like rain, and there's snow, and then some of them have like all three of them. So once you have three of those, a la Ink and Gold, like your mission has failed. So you're trying, at the beginning of each mission, the mission leader says how difficult the mission is going to be, which means that's how many cards you get to have in your hand. And there's two decks. There's one that you're trying to deplete to win, and that has a peace sign, like, or not a peace sign, but a dove at the bottom to symbolize the peace has been achieved. And then the other deck, there is a monument that is going to be revealed, and that means you lose the game because, you know, oh, it's so sad these guys fought valiantly, but sorry. You're trying to play the cards from your hand without having three of these show up, and you have the ability to withdraw from missions, and that's actually how you pass the missions, is if everybody successfully withdraws. But you can only withdraw so many times. Everybody has like 3, I think, abilities to do that. It might change with more. We tried it with 5, which is actually how many players it plays, so my guess would be that you just have 3 of them. Maybe it was 4. Limited ability, that's the point, to withdraw. And you can withdraw. If everybody does that, you win, but if everybody does it too soon, then you're not going to have enough left over to be able to do the later ones. Also, all the cards left in your hand move cards from the, like, don't deplete this one because it means you lost pile into the you want to deplete this one to win pile. So adding more cards to that is obviously bad. So if you were like, hey, this mission's 5, so we get 5 cards in our hand, and everybody withdraws after one go, then that is a lot of cards that are getting moved from the monument to the peace pile, and that is not a good thing. Glad that Donald mentioned this. I'm sorry we didn't hook up to, like, teach this to you because I know you're a lazy gamer, but it's actually not that difficult. And I could teach it to you over Skype or something, so I got a few 6 nimps because this is, like, my favorite game. And Mayfair had it there, so I picked up a couple of these to give to people, and I need to actually mail this. If you don't own this game, like, you should. It's so fun, and, like, I've never seen people as happy playing a game as I have seen them playing 6 nimmt. So if you like happy gamers, whether they are young or old, I highly recommend this. I know one person who says that his game has sucked, like, that nobody enjoyed it, but I have never ever seen this ever. Not even my dad, he's kind of a fuddy-duddy. Even he was like, what is the name of this game, in the middle of playing it, because he wanted to buy it, and he did. He bought it right in the middle of the game, so slightly annoying, but good for you, Dad. So this is the coolest thing that I got, and I was super excited to see them there because they did Kickstart, and I really was like, oh man, I gotta get one of these. They are so flippin' awesome, and they truly are. They're adventure cases. Now I gotta see if I have it upside down or not. But they are adventure cases. It's kind of like a cool green, blue, like stain finish thing. I don't know if you can tell that really from this video. And when the first day I walked by, I was like, if that's still here, like, I'm totally getting that before I leave. I was there again later for something, mostly to just, like, gawk at them and, you know, stroke it a little. Mike, one of the mics, there's 2 mics, was talking to me about it, and he totally convinced me to do it, which was awesome, but also not. No, I was kidding. He was totally awesome and amazing. So they have some cool ones that have, like, the dwarven hammers on them, like, they're, like, 3D, so they pop up, and Viking helms, and dragon stuff. I know it's all super fancy, too, but I don't know that I, like, need all that, because you're, like, stuck with that, and now I can just be slightly pretentious at all role-playing events. But here's why it's cool. It's not just this wooden box, like, oh, wooden box, anybody can get a wooden box, but there is, well, those are extra light bulbs, but on the bottom is a dice tray, I can talk, and that's felt in there, obviously, and then up here is a storage case, so you could put cards or your dice, and, you know, like a pencil up top. They don't all come with the lights, this one did, and they turn on. Let's see if I cannot blind myself. So they're blue. Sorry if I just blinded you. But you get the point. They come on, and then they're going to hang. And here's why this thing is so cool. Because these little side things, they come down. And now look. Now I have, like, a secret screen that you can't see through. And so as long as you trust my ability to relate to what I actually rolled down here, always a 20, naturally, duh. And when I tell you, then we don't have a problem. But I think that that's really cool that you can have this, like, little screen thing. It's cool just in and of itself because, you know, it's different and unique. But it's, like, does all these things. So that's awesome. And that's totally, like, my favorite thing that I got at Gen Con. And then, obviously, there was, like, fun stuff to do. Wednesday night, I went to the Stronghold Portal thing at Tilted Kill. I went to the Nerd Nighter thing. On my way to the Secret Cabal thing, I happened upon the Nerd Dance. I guess is what they call it. I don't know. Gen Con Dance, Nerd Prom? No, that's the White House. I don't know. But it was in Union Station, and that was Saturday night. And that was an amazing good time. Like, it was just dancing in this super awesome old train building, and there's just people were in cosplay. Not everybody was, but some people were. And I got to see a lot of people, and honestly, like, as evidenced by the fact that, like, I didn't even know what was coming out this year. Like, I looked at the list and, like, 2 pages deep. I was like, I'm all set. Gen Con's about the, like, people. It's about the industry. It's going to, like, buy the stuff if you don't just buy the stuff anyway before that or just get it afterwards. It's about seeing the people and being with people that you don't get to see all the, like, other times. You know, sometimes you do fun things like host events or attend events or seminars. I met some designers that I am a big fan of, like Faduti and Bowser. I didn't get to meet Cathala. I thought it would be kind of creepy to go up to him on the street while he was walking with other designer-like type people and be like, oh my god, I love you. But, you know, I've done weirder things. So maybe in retrospect, I should have just... Yeah. Robin and Kyle, I'm sad you weren't there. I think you both would have had a lot of fun for a lot of different reasons. Robin, I think you would have just definitely done the compare the Essen to Gen Con experience. You probably would have been, like, overwhelmed by the, like, gaming that happens, and it's all right there. As I know you said in Essen, like, you kind of go far away, but it's all right there. At Gen Con, restaurants, just there's gaming halls for gaming. But then there's gaming happening in hotels and the restaurants, like the whole city just like embraces Gen Con, which is pretty awesome. So I think you would have had fun with that. And then just meeting everybody, obviously, Robin, because you're, you know, over there in Denmark. Kyle, you get to see a lot of those idiots. I mean, lovely people at BGG, but I think you would have liked it just for the more like social side of it as well, you know, and then probably some of the RPG stuff, because I know you're super into RPGs, but anyway, I'm rambling now. So I'm going to go. I guess what I would like to know from you guys is what would you have gotten if you went to Gen Con? Like, what were you looking forward to? And, or I may regret this, but what commentary do you have on the things that I decided to purchase? Bye!